My ticket was gone. I checked my phone again and again. Nothing. The concert started in 1 hour, and I had no ticket.
Hello, and welcome. This is your English listening practice. Today, I want to tell you about the day I went to a music concert. Relax your mind and get ready to listen. Let's begin. I stood in the middle of my room. My phone was in my hand. My heart was beating fast. Where was my ticket? I opened my email. I searched quickly. Nothing. I checked my downloads. Still nothing. This is not possible, I said softly. I saw the ticket yesterday. I remember it clearly. So where did it go? I started walking around my room. I checked my table, my bag, my books, even the floor. Nothing. I stopped. I took a deep breath. Think, I told myself. Don't panic. Then, suddenly, I remembered. Yesterday, I used my laptop. Maybe the ticket was there. I rushed to my laptop. I turned it on. The screen felt so slow. Too slow. Please, I whispered. Hurry up. Finally, it opened. I clicked on my email. My eyes moved quickly across the screen. And then, I saw it. The ticket email. I opened it fast. There it was. My ticket. I let out a long breath. I smiled. For a moment, everything felt okay again. But then I checked the time. My smile disappeared. I was late. Very late. I quickly saved the ticket on my phone. I checked it twice. No mistakes this time. I grabbed my bag and ran outside. The street was busy. Cars were everywhere. People were walking fast. So I ran faster. I reached the bus stop. A bus was just leaving. No, I shouted, but it was too late. I looked around. What now? I could not wait. Then I saw a taxi. I ran toward it. Concert hall, please. The car started moving, but traffic was heavy, very heavy. Every minute felt longer than the last. I looked at the clock again and again. I held my phone tightly. I checked my ticket again. Still there. Good. Please be fast, I said quietly. Finally, we reached the concert hall. I got out quickly. There were so many people. Everyone looked excited. I could hear music from inside. My heart started racing again. But this time, it felt different. I walked to the entrance. A staff member looked at my phone. For a second, I felt nervous again. Then he smiled. You're good to go. I walked inside. Lights flashed everywhere. Music filled the air. People were cheering loudly. I found my place. I sat down. And then, the band came on stage. Everyone stood up. The first song began. The sound was strong, alive. I could feel it inside me. I forgot everything. The stress, the fear, the rush. I just listened and smiled. The music grew louder. The lights moved across the stage. Everyone around me was singing. I stood up with them. I didn't think anymore. I just felt the moment. The second song started, then the third. Each song felt better than the last. I clapped my hands. I sang along, even when I didn't know all the words. I smiled without even realizing it. At one point, I looked around. So many people, so many happy faces. For a moment, I forgot everything else in my life. It was just music and this moment. Time passed quickly, too quickly. Before I knew it, the final song began. The crowd became louder than ever. Everyone was cheering. No one wanted it to end. The band waved goodbye. The lights slowly became dim. And just like that, it was over. I stood there for a few seconds, quiet, still smiling. My ears were ringing a little, but my heart felt full. Slowly, people started leaving. I walked outside with the crowd. The night air felt cool and calm, very different from the loud music inside. The streets were still busy, but I was not in a hurry anymore. I walked slowly this time. I looked at the lights. I listened to the quiet sounds of the city. On my way home, I kept thinking about the concert. The music, the energy, the feeling. When I reached home, I sat down on my bed. I took a deep breath. I felt tired, but happy. Very happy. I opened my phone and looked at the ticket again. This time, I smiled. All the stress from earlier in the day felt so small now. Sometimes things don't go as planned. We feel worried, we feel stressed. But if we don't give up, those same days can become beautiful memories. That concert was not just about music. It was about the journey, the problems, and the happiness at the end. Now take a deep breath. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing your English every day, and I will see you in the next episode.